Tonight on Newsbeat, budget cuts will have a huge impact on higher education at LSU. How students are reacting to pending changes.
Also, it's time for the LSU student government debate. Reporter Larissa Bonquisa tells us what students want from the candidates.
And how journalism students are getting a head start on the job hunt. Stay tuned. Newsbeat starts right now. Hello, I'm Christian Bennett.
Good evening, Tigers, and I'm Michael Edmondson.
Tonight, student government elections will be taking place in the Holiday Forum. There are 3 campaign tickets running for this year's election. They include Here and Now candidates Andrew Matuk and Hannah Knight, Make It Matter candidates Wesley Davis and Helen Frink, and More for LSU candidates David Scotton and Mo Asan. We got the scoop on exactly what to expect from them this come election week.
Try to let all of our candidates and supporters give input and let them put their names behind some of their ideas so that it's a group effort and we're all working towards the same goal.
All of our initiatives come, like she said, from the students we've talked to, the students we've heard from. We really have the attitude that student government has the responsibility to go visit the students and go talk to the students instead of waiting for the students to come to us.
We are not the status quo. We are the student body movement that represents the entire LSU campus.
The 3 tickets are getting ready for the debate as we speak. Reporter Larissa Bonquisa is live in the journalism building where the event is taking place. Larissa?
Tonight, right here in this room, we'll see the 3 candidates for student government face off in a debate. What topics will they discuss? Well, I took to campus to see exactly what students wanted to see their candidate focus on before the votes are cast. With student government elections coming on Monday, students have begun to hear the ideas and changes that the 3 tickets would like to see take place at LSU. However, there are some topics that students especially hope to see the new student government take on this coming school year.
I think the student government should focus on healthier dining options for sure and better parking for students, especially around football season.
More availability for parking spaces.
Safety reasons.
Probably better parking spaces. I remember driving into campus and trying to find a spot during the daytime, especially around the noon hour, and I remember it being very hard to park.
I'd like to see an improvement in the overall cleanliness of campus.
Probably the food at the Union. There's not much variety there.
The campaigns have taken over Free Speech Alley this week, trying to inform students of their plans for the school and convince the LSU community to vote for them next week. Although midterm week keeps the student body busy, some stop to learn more about what these tickets have to offer.
I think they really could do a better job of implementing the tobacco-free policy. I think this student government, they think that just implementing it is good enough, and it's really not. You walk anywhere on campus and you see smokers everywhere.
Student government allows students to have a voice at LSU. So don't forget to make your voice heard and vote next week for the ticket that you think best represents what you want for LSU.
If I were to see something different here at LSU, I would like to see.
And it appears that parking, healthier food options, and more free food seem to be hot topics on campus. We'll see who wins the election next week and find out more about what each candidate has to bring to the table later tonight, 6:15, right here on Tiger TV.
Thanks, Larissa. Well, a topic those elected next week will surely face this semester, the recent release of the state's budget plan. Reporter Courtney Allen asked LSU students how they feel about potential cuts to their education.
On Friday, the governor's office released the budget plan for this year. The proposed budget includes a $567 million reduction to funding for higher education. This is a 78% decrease to Louisiana's public colleges and universities. Here are a few students' reactions to the budget cut across our campus.
It is really disappointing as far as, I think you should put a lot of faith into the education system that we have, and cutting money towards it, I think you're hindering a lot of the growth of the community and the growth of the state.
I don't really know much about the budget cuts. I know what I see people talking about on Facebook, and even then I feel like most of the students don't really have that great of an idea.
From what I've heard about it, it doesn't really seem right, and I'm pretty bothered about it.
It really puts me out since I'm a college student here that has to pay for it herself and that receives financial aid.
I mean, I understand that the cuts need to be made, and within the current system, kind of budget cuts to education are what happened first. But in my opinion, the whole system's kind of broken and awful, and we should prioritize education far higher than the other things that we're financing.
To stay updated on the latest budget information, visit sites01.lsu.edu/WP/budget.
And last week, seasoned ESPN employees spoke to LSU students who are hoping to fill their shoes. Sherry Lowe and Jillian Buffard visited LSU to promote Content Association Program, or CAP. CAP is an opportunity for any students looking to work in the sports industry. Applicants are hired through the program into full-time positions as production assistants. With limited internships positions available, ESPN encourages students to apply for CAP. Buffard says they are especially seeking graduates that have an understanding of social media.
Young kids are basically born with an iPad in their hands. They understand social media, and it's a demographic that we really want to appeal to. So any kinds of ideas, creative ideas, social media ideas, way to connect better with our fans, we welcome that.
Buffard also shared do's and don'ts of interviews and resume writing with students.
Well, when we come back, how a plane narrowly escaped a potential crash.
And it's finally time to see if these crazy temperatures are going to stabilize. Reporter Bess Casterly tells us when this fluctuating weather is going to come to an end, so stay tuned. A Delta flight skidded off a runway early this morning at LaGuardia Airport in New York. According to officials, several people walked away with minor injuries. The National Weather Service reported snow and freezing fog in the area at the time of the incident. Pictures show the flight on the ground with its nose raised. According to Delta Airlines, there were 125 passengers on board. Delta Flight 1086 took off shortly after 9 a.m. from Atlanta and landed at LaGuardia Airport at 11:05 a.m. According to fly.faa.gov, LaGuardia Airport will remain closed until around 7 p.m. tonight.
The Northeast isn't the only region feeling the effects of winter. Another round of wintry precipitation returned to Louisiana earlier this morning. Temperatures have warmed up a little bit since this morning, but Bess Casterly here can tell us what we can expect for the rest of the weekend. Bess?
Hi Tigers, I'm Bess Casterly filling in for Kristen Birtle. I've got good news and bad news. The good news is the rain will finally stop tonight with a 0% chance of precipitation. The bad news, it's going to get colder. Tonight with a low of an icy 27 degrees. So make sure you bring your cactus collection inside for the night. I'm talking to you, Michael Edmondson. For tomorrow, you can expect to see mostly sunny skies and temperatures in the mid-50s during the day. The humidity rate will be at 38%, and there's going to be a 0% chance of rain. But as we move into Friday night, back down, to 30 degrees. This Saturday is going to be a beautiful day with another 0% chance of rain. You can expect to see mostly sunny skies and some light wind picking up at 5 miles per hour. The temperature is going to stay in the mid-60s during the day and it will drop back down into the low 40s Saturday night. That's all I have for you now. Stick around to see how long this rain will hold out.
Thanks, Bess, and just so you know, it's a pretty cool cactus collection. But when we come back, one of America's most wanted has been captured. Find out who it is.
And International Women's Day helps highlight some of the world's most accomplished women. Stay tuned.
Hey Tigers, I'm Sarah Lofdahl with your World News Update. The Israeli Prime Minister warned Congress on Tuesday that a proposed agreement between world powers and Iran was a bad deal. He said it was a deal that would not stop Tehran from getting nuclear weapons, but instead getting lots of them and ultimately leaving the Jewish state in peril. The Prime Minister stated that Israel would stand alone to defend the existence of the Jewish people. One of the top FBI's most wanted terrorists was captured on Tuesday. He left the United States in 2012 to join Al-Qaeda in Somalia. He was wanted by the FBI for allegedly providing material support to terrorists, and as of now he is being held and interrogated by Somali officials. After the identity behind the mask of Jihadi John was released last week, his father is now saying there is no proof that his son is the ISIS killer. The father hired an attorney that will sue people who have accused his son of being Jihadi John, even though it contradicts what was reported last week, which his mother recognized his voice on the various videos that shows the man threatening ISIS hostages. And it was also confirmed by 2 U.S. officials and 2 congressional sources that he is indeed the ISIS killer. And in honor of it being International Women's Day this Sunday, here are some of the top women who have changed the world. Harriet Beecher Stowe, an author and anti-slavery campaigner. She wrote Uncle Tom's Cabin, which helped popularize the anti-slavery movement. Next is Anne Frank, writer of the Holocaust Diary. The diary is one of the most widely read books with over 30 million copies sold in 67 languages. And last is Rosalind Franklin, a crystallographer whose research was key in revealing the structure of DNA. Well, that's all I have for you today. Join me next week for your World News Update.
Do you want to get that perfect spring break bod without all the hard work? I know I do. We'll tell you Baton Rouge's hottest fitness spot. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, Tigers. Ever thought about taking a yoga class designed to make you work up a sweat? Reporter Tori Mason reports on this yoga class with a twist.
The most efficient workout that you can do in a 1 hour time.
Spring break is just around the corner, and Baton Rouge's latest fitness trend is sure to get you in shape.
Yoga Lattes is a combination of yoga, Pilates, and calisthenics. The workout is designed to have you work as hard as you can.
3, 4, 2 more, please.
You may burn up to 700-800 calories in an hour.
Lengthen and elongate.
But don't be fooled by yoga's Zen reputation. Their 90-degree temperatures are guaranteed to make you break a sweat.
Towel off and hydrate.
We do try to attain a 90-degree heat so that the muscles are more pliable, we're less prone to injury, and it increases the intensity of the workout.
Yoga Lattes combines the aerobic and relaxation benefits of both yoga and Pilates. It's no wonder these classes often fill to capacity.
Your arms are going to dangle down toward the floor.
I'm not motivated enough to go to a gym and work out for a whole hour on my own.
5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It gives us some structure, and it's got cardio, core. It covers everything in an hour.
Whether it be lunges, squats, push-ups, sit-ups, we always throw some yoga poses in the mix.
Back, 2.
Yoga Lattes claims to be the most efficient 60-minute workout possible, so I had to see firsthand what all the hype was about.
Give me 6, let's go.
Challenging is an understatement. Yoga Lattes 2 offers 33 classes a week and is located on the corner of Perkins and Acadian.
We change our routines every day, but we always get in some yoga, some Pilates, some calisthenics, which is a lot of fun.
Tori Mason, Manship News.
Well, I didn't even know our bodies could bend that way. I'm just like thinking, I don't know if you could break something. I don't know how far I should bend back.
Well, I know I would love to go warm up in that studio after today's freezing weather.
It's true. If it doesn't warm up by sometime soon, count me in on that too, Kristen. I mean, Bess, can we expect to start off the week with some sun? Let us know.
Welcome back to the weather. This weather has been crazy. Yesterday we were able to wear shorts and t-shirts, and today we were all freezing in our sweatshirts. We are finally going to see some consistency with this weekend's weather. The temperature is going to stay in and between the mid-50s and 60s. There's also going to be a 0% chance of rain for tomorrow and Saturday. We're probably going to see some rain again come Sunday and Monday because there is a 90% chance of rain. When we move into Tuesday and Wednesday, the chance of rain is going to drop down to only 20%, and you can expect to see mostly cloudy, overcast skies. So for the most part, temperatures this week will remain pretty consistent. That's all the weather I have for you this week, and now back to you at the desk.
Thank you very much, Bess. When we come back, we can see what the men's basketball team needs to do to make their dreams come alive. So don't go anywhere.
Hello everyone, my name is Cody Krupp. Good evening and welcome into sports. LSU looked to hit their own sort of half-court shot with just 2 games left in the season, leading into Wednesday's SEC matchup with the Tennessee Volunteer squad on a 5-game losing streak. LSU, on the other hand, winners of their last 3, look to finish out the regular season strong and punch that ticket to March. To the PMAC we go, 8,000 on hand for this one. Winardi has the Tigers as a 10 seed and balls. Right, Mickey gonna find Martin. Here he is, basket and the foul. Count that one for the big man, 16 points on the day. Then Derek Reese, he's gonna be off on this jumper, but here comes Devin Balkman out of nowhere. I would not want to play tip in 21 with that guy. Tigers stride for stride first half. Hornsby, smooth as silk, nails that 3. He had a game-high 25 points. The little guys showing out their muscles, and you're about to see a little muscle on the court. Here he is, Tariq Owens with authority over Mickey. He had 6 points big down the stretch, and the Tigers were down 3 minutes to go. LSU fans waiting for that run. There's Mickey. He gets that one to fall, finishes with 9 points, and he does stay in this game and said afterward that he is feeling okay. Here's Hornsby trying to push the team back on his back. He hits this jumper from the deep. LSU unable to sustain a run, though. Tennessee up double digits, just too much for the night for the Tigers. Richardson there, he's going to finish with 20 points. Fans leaving the stands, and that is going to do it from the PMAC 78-63, an upset. And here is a little more on the night the Tigers let the opportunity slip away. The old saying goes, it's defense that wins championships. And for an LSU men's basketball team tonight playing host to Tennessee, many consider them in control of their own destiny. But that defense could ultimately be the difference when in just under 2 weeks from now, Selection Sunday will determine the Tigers' fate.
They were hitting, so when the game's going like that in that flow, I think they begin to gain confidence in themselves and their team. And I think they just made plays, and they made more plays than us tonight.
I think we gave a good effort. There's no reason we shouldn't, and I feel like we had a good feeling going into the game. Yeah, so that's how that is.
They had a second half that was possibly like the first half that we had at their place a couple of weeks ago. I thought they shot it, anytime you shoot the ball 70% like that, and I think they shot 60-something from the three, 5 of 8 if I'm not mistaken, in the second half. That's a big number.
You know, that would have been a great opportunity for us, but tonight we let one slip away, and we just got to bounce back and get ready for Saturday.
The Tigers will have to get over this loss quickly as they travel to Fayetteville on Saturday for another game that could go a long way into March Madness. Here's a look at the resume for the Tigers if the season were to end now. In RPA now at 51, with the Tigers adding the vault to the list of bad luck. Many coaches like to avoid the topic of March tournament basketball, but this one was close to the end, so Johnny Jones realizes every game will determine.
I know that it's important for us, and we talk about how important it is to play and be prepared for every game and how important every game is. And we just don't take anything for granted. We want to make sure that we put ourselves in a position that we're an attractive enough team that on Selection Sunday that you've got an opportunity to have your name called. And to do that, you've got to win basketball games and play extremely well. And tonight, we didn't do that.
From the hardwood to the diamond, LSU looks to continue their 8-game win streak before a trip to the Houston Classic this weekend. Grambling visiting the Warm Box on a Wednesday night for baseball. Here we go to Alex Box Stadium. Tigers matchup as Grambling visits the Bayou. 1-0 early. Cade Savic, he tied for this RBI double. Jake Fraley into right field. He's going to give LSU a 2-1 lead, looking to make the streak 9 straight games. A solid outing for the pitching staff. Doug Norman picks up the win. 4 wins, 4 innings, 1 run, 5 hits, 1, 2, 3, 4 inning, and then there he is. Look at that, Connor Hale, a deep drive. This one has a chance. It is going to be in and out of the glove of the Grambling defender. That's going to score Bregman, and LSU is going to cruise from there. 11 straight. They're going to bring down those guys. All right, LSU cruises to a 7-1 victory. And that is all the time we have today for sports. Actually, let's look at the weekend schedule real quick. 3 games in Minute Maid Ballpark this weekend, beginning with Baylor versus LSU Friday in the afternoon slot. The centerpiece game with number 8 Houston will be on Saturday at 7:05 p.m., and they will wrap up Sunday with the Cornhuskers at 11:05 a.m. That's all the time I have today for sports. More Newsbeat is coming up your way.
Welcome back, Tigers. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show, but don't you go anywhere. You might see a little bit more of me as we cover the upcoming student government debate.
Thanks for watching. Have a good night.